Alright, so a little bit different of a video. Give me a second here. Now that I've got my cigarette lit, I call this one a little bit of tip for, or tips for dealing with SWF and always. Non-scripted, we're going to watch the video, and I'm going to explain what I do and why I do it, so that some people can have a better chance dealing with a SWF. Now, when I loaded into this lobby, I could see one person that had the word live. Now, you're going to see these people all the time if you play this game as much as I do, or even minimal. You know, they're going to have TTV, they're going to have YT, and unless you see a group with like 4 or 3 of them, in some cases, there is one person that is the content creator, and the other supporting, which you'll see in the end game screen. The other supporting players in this match are there to protect the person who is live, the content creator. So you can use that person as bait. So this is kind of tips. Now my build for this match, and let me start it playing. My build for this match is all around going for basic hits and trying to quick vault windows. And of course, behavior being behavior, I get Haddonfield. So my build, 90% of it is not going to work here, or 50% of it really isn't going to work here. I'm only going to get value out of Rapid and Forever Entwine. See, this person that I'm chasing here, as you can see, has live in the name. I can tell they're going to be bait. So I kind of want to mess with him a little bit just to gauge where he's at so I can figure out what I need to do. So I'm playing like I don't know how to play the game. Like I am a basic piggy. Because a lot of times what'll happen is they will either use Smurf accounts, which let's not lie, we all know they exist, or they will use, you know, any number of tactic to get a weaker killer so that they have the tactical advantage. Now, I'm not a weak killer, but I fuck around a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I fuck around, I go for meme builds. I'm not the world's highest MMR. And bully squads and content creators want lower tier killers because they can get away with a lot of stuff. And I pretend to be really bad a lot just to mess with people because I don't care. So that guy right there running is bait. But I'm gonna keep trying to misdirect. I'm gonna use him to draw the 3 main friends out. So acting like I care about the gens, I don't care about the gens. I'm not even gonna use traps because I know they're bugged right now. Like, we've got this pretty cocky Cheryl here, or whatever that legendary cosmetic is. They're good to farm hits on because they're gonna body block to protect the content creator. Now, this is a small map. They can't really get too far. And if they go for the hooks, I'm gonna farm hits because then I'm gonna be able to pick up quicker. I'm not gonna go too far, but I'm gonna do what I need to do to try and get some resources out of the way, get hits to be able to go back towards them. You know, that little 5% from Rapid is gonna help me catch up and catch these slightly off guard because the Leon isn't doing callouts the right way. Or they think they've got ample time because they've got beefy medkits. So I'm gonna cut her off and get her taken out. Get her onto death hook. Because this person's running object. We've already seen that. They're a person that obviously knows the game and they're gonna be relatively cocky. So this one can be a problem later. And I'm gonna do what I need to do to make sure I can get that person gone. And now I need to find my injured live person. The Leon's already healed, which tells me there's either healing perks or beefy medkits. I'm not going to make things easy on him. I can use Rapid here to farm hits. But I'm gonna, go for the easy. I knew they were gonna go for the flashlight blind because she's already done the clickies. So I need to draw the last person out. There's one person that I can tell is the gen jockey of the group. I need to get that person out of hiding because what they're doing is they're humping gens. So I'll get my hit for rapid so I can catch up to this person real quick, down him again. The person with the flashlight, they need to save the live person. Bam, he's down. I left up the one that's got object. Now I've got full tokens, she can't blind in time. Now because of this, she's not getting far. The one person who's in charge of knocking out all the generators so that, they can get out of here scot-free. Like, look at those teabags. If that doesn't say we're a cocky group and we're gonna beat you, I don't know what does. But they've got one hell of a surprise coming. So now the gen jockey's out after they've finished gens. It's all downhill from here. I have purposely drawn her out so I can get her. You're not gonna get this trade, for free. Now all I gotta do is just bide my time. I'm gonna mess with this person for the rest of the match. You're not gonna get any of your buddies up. I'm just gonna enjoy myself and mess with you. Because you came in with the goal to mess with a baby killer or a mid-tier killer. I don't know your MMR, I don't care. But I've played this game enough to know when there's a squad that just primarily wants to win, they're gonna use whatever tactics they need to do it. And I already noticed what's gonna happen here. Bam, he's either got a styptic or a syringe. That med kit's gone. I don't care. Your buddies aren't getting up. If I keep you in this corner of the map, unless all of them quick crawl when they're 99%, you're not getting them up. And I'll mess with you until your syringe takes effect or the styptic is over. And that's what's about to happen. You're going to see him go full health. And I'm just going to keep toying with him. I could easily do the lunge hit, but we're not going to do that. I'm creating content for myself, messing with this person, and I'm enjoying myself as I chase this person down. Let's go pallet to pallet. You're not safe here. Rapid, I'll easily catch up, but I'm just going to continue to mess with you, and I'm going to save you for last. Gotta relight the cigarette because I talked too much. So there, bam. Match is won. I use that person as bait. Let all the buddies come out to try and protect and save. And now I will kill them one by one. And save one person for last. You're already on Death Hook. We're on Haddonfield, so there are hooks relatively close, even though they used an offering to push them out a little bit. I can get to you, and even if I let you down, as long as there's still other people in the match, the hatch isn't going to spawn. So I have time and the ability to chase you down again and re-down. Now she's thinking she can crawl away, and I won't be able to get to a hook. Nope, I got 2 ones back here. And the person they were trying to protect has already moved on to the next match. But I'm here to have fun with it, so let's hook this last person. Wait for the inevitable to happen. So let's just sit back, relax, watch and wait as my pet slug crawls around on the floor until I've got the ability to do what I need to do. While we're doing this, I mean, I do get stomped by bully squads. I think everybody does periodically. Had a really vicious one on Toba yesterday where I was doing this build, except I had fire up instead of forever entwined, and I only got 1 kill. So we all do periodically lose to bully squads. I can't have 100% wins, but when I have a situation like this where I can use it as kind of like a tip video, why not? So let's continue to follow my pet slug as we wait for the final bot to die. Send him out in style and take a look at this little group that's protecting my bait. How many more laps of the house are you gonna get, buddy? Now we can end this match. Now, with the way this person ran, they played the game. They know loop timings. It wasn't perfect. Which, when you see the perks, it kind of makes me think either, yeah, you're new to the game and you played a bit, or Smurf account, because nobody is loading in normally with tier 1 perks. But we've got the Michaela, who was the Gen Humper, with resilience, deja vu. See, there's the the styptic, I mean, the syringe that we saw him pop mid chase. But, the Cheryl, light-footed, overcome, inner strength, object. You really thought that would have worked, and on some it probably would have. You got your Leon to get him off the floor, hope to be able to move quicker. Self-care, that's probably how he healed himself. And he probably lost track of me while he was healing himself as I took off across the street in the beginning of the match. You got your Boon, which they never got the chance to set up. And he would have been able to get the slugs up off the floor with We'll Make It, or We're Gonna Live Forever, right here. But once I got him down, their ability to get the slugs up was gone. Once she got taken out, their flashlight saves gone, which left the Gen Jockey. They had the quick saves with, We'll Make It, the quiet, the quicker gens with Deja Vu, the resilience. But because I chose to play how I played and down and take hits the way that I did, they had to bring their Gen Jockey out. Because you're on the floor, you're on the floor, you're on the floor. Gen Jockeys aren't great loopers. Trust me, I know. I used to be the Gen Jockey of my little group when we used to do those types of videos here on the channel. We don't loop very well. We're good at getting the objectives done, getting the heals, getting the gens done, working to get out. So once this person was the last person standing, the match was in the bag. I just had to keep track of my slugs where they were, injure who I needed to injure, and then bam, everybody's on the ground, the match is over, and this group that came in wanting to win and either rush everything, get out quick, or make me look silly, they didn't get to make me look silly. So just as a little tip, if you can find a friend group, and you'll know when you play this game for a while, you can tell a SWF when you see it. You might load into a lobby first and then 4 people, bam. Or you load into a lobby, there's 1 person and then instantly 3. You can tell the telltale signs of a SWF when you've played this game for the amount of hours I have. Figure out your weak target. Use that weak target as bait to force the stronger players out and one by one dwindle them down. Now, this isn't 100% perfect. Not every match can be won from either side. Sometimes the odds are just stacked against you. But just as a little tip, if you can find the weak link, go for the weak link. Sometimes you may have to tunnel, sometimes not. But I used the weak link to draw out our stronger players in this group. And one by one, I dwindled them down until it was the last of the strong players. And this one here, these ones were relatively strong. This one wasn't bad, just too cocky for their own good. They should have made distance. When I was doing things at the cars, they knew where their gen jockey was. They should have quickly left, got healed. This one brought in a beefy med kit. They could have got him healed, they could have got back into the fight. But they're more focused on getting the flashlight saves, protecting this one. So I was able to use that to my advantage and get all of them down on the ground, get this last person out. They didn't have Unbreakable, they didn't have Boon Exponential. They had no way of getting up off the floor once this guy was here. Because you're not going to pull me away from my 3 slugs and the hook. So, little tip when dealing with these guys, and I hope it helps some of you, but it's a tactic that I've used for a number of years when I'm doing meme builds or weaker killers, and I can tell I've got people in my lobby that might be a little bit tougher of a match. But, like I said, I hope it helps, and I hope you all enjoy your day.